the unit circle. Part 1, degrees. So this is the unit circle. Center 0, 0, radius 1. Before we really get into the coordinates, the actual or the equation of this circle, which I just said, let's talk about how to find angles on this circle, because we all need to have the same point of reference. We all need to know what it means to look at 90 degrees on this circle. So the unit circle has a certain way that we express the coordinates. For example, if I'm talking about the coordinate at the very top of this circle, I'm going to refer to that as 90 degrees. All right. So here we go. There are basically 16 key points on this circle. All right. And I'm going to label these first 5. All right. Now let's just go ahead. All right. And for each one of these key points, all right, what I have done, or what's happening here, is we have basically a line connecting to the point to help us think about the angle. All right. So starting, we're going to call this guy out east. We're going to call it 0 degrees. East is 0 degrees, which makes north 90 degrees. West is going to be known as 180. All right. If I add another 90, then south is going to be known as 270. All right. And if I go all the way around, then I can also call the location of 0 degrees the same as 360. All right. So now all the angles in between. Well, the unit circle, the key points of the unit circle are actually divided into 30-degree intervals with a couple of half chunks in there. All right. So this first angle, and this is the way that I rotate my angles. All right. So I go from 0. If I'm rotating a positive angle, I'm going to go counterclockwise. That's important to know. I'm going against the clock, counterclockwise. So this first stop, 30 degrees. All right, now I'm going to omit this guy right here. I'm going to omit this guy because it's a smaller jump, but I'm going to jump another 30 and reach 60. All right, and if you know your multiples of 30, then you can fill out this whole unit circle. So we go 0, 30, 60, 90. Here's 120 degrees. Here's 150 degrees. Here's 180. Hello, 210. What's up, 240? We've already labeled 270. All right, here's 300. And here's 330. So this only leaves us a couple of the half intervals that really jumped up 15 degrees. So directly in between 30 and 60 is 45. It's 15 degrees away from both of these. So what I'm going to do now, something pretty neat, instead of finding the number in between each one, I'm gonna do a different interval. I'm gonna count by 45s. So the multiples of 45 are 0 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 135 degrees, 180 degrees. Notice how I don't skip them, even if they're written. Add another 45, you reach 225 degrees, 270 degrees, 315 degrees, and back to 360, which is coterminal with 0 degrees. Those are the 16 key angles of the unit circle. Those are the ones that we usually talk about. So we're going to learn a lot about these 16 key points. So keep an eye out for radians and for coordinates, which is coming up next. But at a bare minimum, you need to know exactly what it means when we're talking about 120. You need to know that that's in the second quadrant, 30 degrees past 90. All right, you need to know where 225 is, where 30 degrees is. So that's your first lesson. Learn the angles of the unit circle. A quick way to think about this is multiples of 30, or you could even think multiples of 45, but you need to know all 16.